Welcome back to Factorio Space Age. My name is Nilaus and we are back here and we are landing on the wonderful Gleba. Don't worry, this is not going to be the great Gleba overhaul. I just can't really cope with that run. Honestly, it is quite overwhelming to do a full overhaul of Gleba. It is absolutely needed because this is a mess of a build. But we do need some things from Gleba. And there's one thing we absolutely need, there's one thing we really want, and then there are a few things that we really like. So what we absolutely want is legendary stack inserters. Very much a must, and those are annoying to make. They are really annoying because they need legendary jelly, or you need to craft them and then destroy them. That's also an option, but then that's a lot of bulk inserters. So there's definitely some nastiness, and that also requires carbon fiber. Yeah, so that's another thing. So this is what we really want. What we also would like is actually having a little bit more carbon fiber because, the carbon fiber is going over here. And we don't really have a lot of carbon fiber. Oh, we just went from... So Aquilo here is kind of struggling with the carbon fiber. We are using most of our legendary carbon fiber to make legendary railguns for the Victory ship and Prometheum ships. But also for up here, I believe. Yes, also up here. So we're kind of struggling to get enough of the legendary quantum processors that we so absolutely need, and they are going into here and here. So yeah, we need a lot. We need a lot of things, and gradually it'll get enough to support this because this is a finite amount. But yeah, I don't know. Back to where we are. We are here, and then what else do we want? Well, we also want legendary pentapods. Why do we want legendary pentapods? Well, we need legendary pentapods because they are an ingredient here. Legendary iron, no problem. Legendary green circuits, no problem. Legendary nutrients, legendary pentapods, a problem. And then legendary landfill, not a problem because that's just legendary wood. No, not legendary stone, which we can get. So, we want to get this, and I'm not going to do any overhaul before we have the legendary biochambers because, why not? So, pentapods, and if you look at pentapods, they need a disgusting amount of pentapods. However, nutrients comes from... The best way to get nutrients is actually getting it from BIOFLUX. So if you can get legendary BIOFLUX, that would be nice. So you can see that there's legendary BIOFLUX, there's legendary jelly, there's legendary carbon fiber. There's a lot of legendary stuff we really need here. And the reason why I'm not really so keen on it is because this base is not really performing very well. It's kind of small and pathetic and not really working. Where's even my carbon fiber? Oh, there is. There's a carbon fiber. It's not really very big, and it definitely can't really support anything. It's not even... Oh my god, it's not even using productivity modules. Oh my god, I can't look at this. Legendarize it. Legendarize it. Okay, maybe not legendarize these because that's a little bit premature. Okay, so you can definitely see that there's a lot of things that are not really there yet. So what are we going to start with? Stack inserters are a must, but they require also carbon fiber. So if you want carbon fiber, there's also the whole idea of this is the last thing we don't have that's legendary, so that would also be nice. So after much deliberation, I have come to a weird and not surprising conclusion. So all of it loops back on itself. Basically, it loops back on, I want the pentapods because I want the biochambers legendary. Because when I have the biochambers, it gets much easier. Because I'm going to need to do an overhaul in order to get the other things going. And then or I can't really use this carbon fiber because it's not enough. So I need to upgrade it, but I don't want to upgrade it without I have the legendaries. And then I can't do the legendaries because they are, it just keeps looping around. So I kind of looked at it and go okay, so if I want to start by upgrading the biochambers, then how do I do that? Well, that's going to be all revolving around the nutrients and the pentapods. The pentapods is revolving around the nutrients. Everything revolves around the nutrients, getting those legendary. The best way to get those legendary, you can of course upcycle a silly amount, but it will never be enough. So the answer is legendary BIOFLUX. Also, legendary BIOFLUX can also enable a lot of other things, such as legendary science, if we should feel so inclined. Because if we get legendary BIOFLUX and legendary Biter Nest, don't we already have exactly what we need for the science? Yes, we do. Okay, so, you know, that might actually be an option to go for legendary science here eventually, if we can get it going. So then we go, okay, so we've decided, it's good. We're all in agreement. What we need is, oh my god, this is bad. It just keeps going. This is definitely going to need more. But anyway, if I want to make this, then how do I make this? Okay, so Yumako Mash and Jelly is not going to go into Legendary. So we're going to have to do something else where we do crafting. So let's see, what can we craft? We can craft that. No. All of these, if I craft this and return the rocket fuel, then it comes back to rocket fuel, comes back to plastic, recycles back to sulfur, recycles back to itself. The only thing is a capture butt rocket. God damn it, can you just call it a capture rocket? The 10-year-old in me gets triggered when it's called a capture butt rocket. And the emphasis is important here. So we'll call it a capture rocket. And that's we'll have those, because that actually recycles back onto the ingredients. That means 20 BIOFLUX in and a little bit of other things. That means we can actually get something interesting. So steel, we got that in stupid quantities. Processing units, we got it in stupid quantities. Flying robot frames, sure, let's just do that. We don't even need it in legendary quantities. We just need normal quantities, and then we can use it for upcycling. So we're going to do exactly what we did for Tycho Station. Where is Tycho Station? It's here. We're going to make an upcycling ship. And this upcycling ship is going to be a capture rocket upcycling ship in order to get legendary BIOFLUX. So here we are again, needing to do something on Gleba. And what are we going to do instead? We are going to be making a new platform called a Short Dragon, and we're going to be setting it up. And let's see, these ones here, and we're going to be getting something in here to get this going. So let's start making a nice platform here that we can start working on, and then we'll see. I'll just request, as usual, when we set up a new platform, just request all the things that we need to build stuff. So this is the framework of the ship, and what we're going to do is we're going to be using a lot of our base materials or base sort of builds that we've accumulated over time, and just to kind of get this this going in a nice way. All right, so we have some things. We have a power plant that we can use. We have, let's look at Tycho Station. We have a power plant down here. We're going to be taking that as a foundation. That's good. Don't want to take that one though. No, I can't. Can I not do that? Okay. Definitely don't want to cut. We'll take this, and then we'll go over here and then say, okay, that's probably going to be, well, not there. I'm going to take this out and get these down here, and this one has to go away, and this has to go away, and then we'll kind of get this one back in here. Somehow, I don't know. Like this, maybe. Okay. Oh, that's not good. And that's going to be one too close here. There. Because then I can get a outbound from here, which I'm not going to do it like yet. And these two are in here. Good. So that is working. And do we request that? No, not yet. So that's basically our power plant that we'll kind of figure out where, how and where to put it in. And there. Okay. Then we need the biggest and most important thing. That's actually get through that. That is going to be the capture rocket. I mean, it's so absurd to do this. This can't be the intention of the game, when that you're supposed to be doing something as silly as that in order to get legendary. But you know, it's also cool to come up with new and innovative ways of solving old and tried problems. So this is going to be a design that we've done before. This is going to be yeah. BIOFLUX is a lot. So what if we build BIOFLUX on one side? Yeah. Okay, that middle one is going to be the outbound. And then I'm going to take one in here. Like that. And then I'm going to do the other one is going to be from here, from here to here. That means we should be able to. These are going to be the outputs. Here. And then input, 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 and then in. Good. that is going to take care of it. And then I'm also going to do that part. Oh, we forgot to get the beacon modules and stuff in here. Oh well. So that's going to be our baseline module. And we need to figure out how many we want of those. Let me just do 6. That's always a good number, right? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, that looks good. And this one will go all the way here, I guess. Because then you can get the output like that. And then, of course, this is not enough. So we're going to do it twice. And you're going to go here. And that one. Sweet. And this will be our output. So that's... We don't know how many modules that is required. But then we need to build the next part. And that will also be... Oops, here. That one. That one. This will be the... It's called uncommon ones. There. Capture rockets. There. And then I'm going to... the next ones will be really small quantities. So that will also be... We can make it very, very small. Here. Here. That one. And this one will be... epic quality. And I won't be making in legendary quality, because if I get the legendary quality, then that's actually the ingredients that I'd want to make. Good. Alright. So that's... that should be doable. And then we need, of course, to have a deleter sequence here. Something like this. A recycler. It's going to be pretty much something we've seen before, all of this. As much as possible, we want to repeat and reuse existing designs. It's kind of just my thing. If I do a cool design, I really want to see it used more than once. Alright, I think we can kind of squeeze this a little bit more over here, because it's going to be recirculating really quickly. So let's see, how close can we make it? We can probably get it a little bit closer. And let's see. Yeah. Like that's as close as I want to make it. There. And... No. Maybe it is actually like this. Maybe I don't want to make it closer. And then we'll have a little bit of space in between. Right. Oh, this is definitely going to be bigger. Because there'll be a lot of resources outbound. The BIOFLUX is kind of high throughput. So it'll definitely be something more along the lines of this. Yeah. Okay. And then I'm going to need to bring it back in, which is something we've already done here. So let's try to do that again. Something like this. Yeah. However, I'm kind of thinking that I'm going to get so much BIOFLUX that maybe if I could get the BIOFLUX and just get the BIOFLUX sort of stacked down here. Not like that, of course, but if I can sort of exclude the BIOFLUX and then have all the other things go in and then get BIOFLUX out. That would be something like this, where I go just the normal BIOFLUX. Actually, it's very important that it's only the normal BIOFLUX, because that will be the most abundant one. And then these two simply go over into one of these happy ones. And you're gonna go down. You go down, and these two merge and become into a special location here. Yeah, I think that's good. Ugh, it's a little iffy, this part. Like, that looks weird. That looks better. If we got room for it, let's do it. We could actually move this 2 down. 1, 2 here. And then I get room for 1 more of this. Yay! 1 more. There. That should be fine. Alright, that's good. And then we need, of course, all the inputs and outputs. They're going to be a little bit different, I think. Because it should be... If I stack it, it should be fine, right? Let's see, now that we have... Oh, don't do that. Okay, let's take it one off here. So what are we gonna get? We're gonna get steel and processing units. So let's get steel and processing units here. Steel and processing units. Like that. And these two gonna be here. And that will be merging it in. Something like this, I guess. And that will go in. Then the other ones will be on 2 different belts. Because the BIOFLUX will be too much. Let's have a look at how much BIOFLUX this one takes. 120, so that's half a stack belt. So we need to be able to stack belts efficiently. And that means, what was the other thing? That was the rock, that one, and here. And we'll have 2 of these. And let's see. Here. Because this is right hand side in the direction of travel, so both of these will go on the top side and this will go on the bottom side. I don't know if this is actually 120. Oh, I know it's not 120, but we need some better stack inserters. This is just gonna have to be what we can do right now, unfortunately. And then we are going to do the same thing up here. That's just routing into the uncommon, the rare, and that one. So belts are connected, and we can go on to finding the engine module, which is also something we already have. So let's just try it. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Oh no. Don't do that. Don't cut the engine out of your ships while you're in motion. See, that's an option. It's not a good option. I just want to take it 1 down then. 2 down then, I guess. Yeah. Let's get it here. And then this one is kind of junk. And this one is not relevant. Okay, so this is... It also fits much better with alignment here. Perfect. Alright, so I think that this gives us what we want, right? Yeah, pretty much. Oh, I forgot these. And beacons and modules and everything. Okay. Well, this is kind of okay. That is feasible? I don't know. That does seem a little bit too close. Okay, but we're gonna get more engines, of course. There, and there. We're gonna get 7 engines for this. It doesn't need to move super fast, but it also just kind of needs to move if I wanted to. There. And of course we're gonna get the output from the ice output is here, and that'll go out. Right, I think we got the framework of this. Let's see. We don't need ammo at all for this ship because I'm deciding that we only want this. It's going to be flying to Gleba to, I don't know, Volcanus maybe, or Gleba to Nilaus, just back and forth and just defending with laser turrets, I hope. Okay, and then the last thing we need is the recycler. Do we have a recycler on the ship? No, we didn't. Well, that's a recycler, isn't it? That's a recycler, but it's kind of iffy. Well, let's take it. Oh, right, it's because it's together with that one. Yes, this is the recycler. Good. We'll take it. And that goes back on the short dragon. That goes down here. And then we just need to find out where I want to place the monitor, which is also up here. This monitor here. I try to reuse the same thing so that once you know it, then you can just use it. Alright, so this one is going to be monitoring the belt, the entire belt, and then it's going to be telling all these what they should pick up. And that gets propagated. They are all set up. Yes, so they're all just starting to collect. Good. This one should also be connected to the belt, like here, so that it knows how much is too much and which ones to recirculate. Alright, good. Anything else? No, that's just this part. And then rounding off the tiles here. I think our ship is pretty much ready to go. It's a rather modest ship, but it kind of works. So that one is not anything missing. Nope, nothing is missing there. What are we going to do? We're going to be making a group that says, what is it? It's going to be, this one is going to be 4,000. Sure. No, not from here. Not from here. From there. And 4,000 of what was the other thing? That was steel. 4,000. There. And still not from Nilaus, but coming from Volcanus. There. And the last one is going to be here. Let's just do 2,000. And that is also from Volcanus. And then you would think that, okay, if I need 2,000, then I would need 40,000 biofuel. But we're actually going to do it a little bit different way. We're actually going to do here, 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 and then basically stay over Gleba, and then continue to get things inbound. Do I not this ship? Nah, we don't need it. What could possibly go wrong? So this will be like the usual cycle of, it'll go like 14 seconds of not unloading, then it'll be 1 second of unloading. This is basically to make sure that it doesn't spam, which is something they're fixing in the next release, which is on experimental right now. Then we're going to doing an interrupt, and that interrupt is going to be a interrupt that is resupply here, there, and that is going to be if any planet imports from there is 0, then you go there and you wait there, you wait until everything is done, and at least 30 seconds, and then you go away again. Right, so this one means that it's hovering over Gleba until one of these 3 requests is not in the inventory, and then it'll go to Volcanus to pick those up. That means we can actually get a lot less requested here. 4,000, still probably a lot. But just kind of keep getting BIOFLUX, as fast as we can, and then when it runs out, then we're going to go over. However, I think there's a little bit of a caveat here, and that is, I think I need to make sure that when it gets to Volcanus, it'll actually not output these until it actually departs. I think that's an important part. So what we're going to do is we are going to wire this one up. This goes into here, 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 and here. These will not go out. Maybe I'll even do it in a... No, we'll do this. And this is going to be sending moving from, moving to, and this is then going to say if this will be value 0, 1 if it's heading to, 2 if it's heading away, 3 if it's staying at the station. So this one says it just must be less than 3 for it to be active. That will mean that anything unless you're parked at Volcanus. So if you're parked on Volcanus, these ones are stopped. If you're not parked on Volcanus, these are enabled. And that one is here. I don't know if I need to do the same thing here. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. Cool. But the first thing we need to do is we need to do that one. Actually, okay. I hope it works. I hope we have enough laser turret defense to actually defend ourselves. I hope. Well, the ship is now stuck over Volcanus, and we are just, blue processors, blue chips, and steel plates are easy, and we just had to make a little bit of flying robot frames. I just made this little teeny tiny base here. It should be enough to get us what we need when we need it. Very, very simple, and I don't even know how much it's producing. 4 per second, that's fine. And that should mean that our Assured Dragon here is, when it receives it, it will complete the temporary stop and then go to Gleba, where it will try to export, which it will not. This one should be request satisfied. Great. And then we'll see if we can get some BIOFLUX as we go over there. Let's actually see. Now this is a little bit more dangerous area, so let's just see. Yeah, we shouldn't have any problems with lasers killing things fast enough. Yeah, well, I guess we'll find out. Here we are now on Gleba, and that's fine, and we should be seeing this coming in. We only have 4,000 aside from the 4,000 we just got. Yeah, this will definitely be... Oh, crap. Hate that they're stealing the blue circuits. I wish we could control better how to do that. Someone said that we could do a one that says like this, and then on Gleba, and then just set it to 0. Then it would not send them out. I don't know. I guess we'll see, because then there is a inbound on the ship. I don't know. We'll give this a shot and then see. Are we getting something inbound? Yes, we are. And here we are. This is working. Wow, this is actually, it's gonna leave soon because the 2000 it's already out, because that was already sent out on the ship. Huh, interesting. I do think that this might be an issue, that it's outputting, because this will keep getting new stuff in here as fast as it can get. But anyway, we are seeing the capture rockets, and hopefully they go over here, they get deconstructed, and they get out here into some joyful things here. And let's see, that's just gonna be that one. Nope. Yeah, and there we go. And they're gonna go down here, and it should be like a better way. Oh no, what about spoilage? Ugh. What about spoilage? There, I mean, I love to say this, but there really shouldn't be any spoilage. But I'm gonna do that one, the last one, so that if there's some spoilage here, then it will always be picked up and it won't be stuck. Yeah, let's do that. And all these are just set to 1, so they're just gonna be quick. And I'm imagining that this is gonna continue to go for a long time. It says, yeah, 4,000, and as soon as it gets in, then another 1,000 comes in. Yeah, it'll just keep going, just straining the planet as much as possible. I guess that's fine. We could make it so that it doesn't output until it has inserted all of it. Don't know. I think this is fine. Oh, definitely not fine, that one. What about all the rest? Okay, it's getting stuff inbound, just not enough. This is getting stuff inbound, just not enough. This is getting stuff inbound, just not enough. And I think I want 2 of these, just to make sure that we get enough of the BIOFLUX in here. And of everything. Does feel like there's something missing. Oh, no, there's nothing missing. This, since it can produce, then it must mean that it's working, right? Oh, that one is not great. Oh, look at that. Those beautiful green capture rockets. And then I'm going to be doing a storage or a monitor here. And I think I want to make it a little bit more of a generic monitor. Also heading towards Volcanus because we burned out all of what we have. And what we can see here is this monitor is basically saying I set a limit, and basically that would correspond to having 100%. That would be 4,000. Then I divide it by 100 because I wanted to be displaying as a percentage number. So I divide by, and this one is also the limit here. So basically what I'm doing here is I'm taking the green wire, which is what I have in my storage, divided by the limit, or the basically 1%. So it comes out as how many percent of a full load do I have. And that's going to be 0 in this case. That's okay. And we're going to go here at Volcanus. We're going to be getting all of these frames. Okay, they're coming in. And then we'll go back. But that means we actually have the first teeny tiny bit of BIOFLUX. And they last, how long do they last? 5 hours. So that's nice. That should be fine. And that means we are ready to go on Gleba to get started on the stuff that was using the BIOFLUX. Nothing really is using BIOFLUX, but it's actually more a matter of the BIOFLUX will then go into yeah, the legendary BIOFLUX will then go in to become legendary nutrients, which is going to be a lot. Let's actually see how much that actually becomes, just so that we can get a sense of it here. And oh, we don't. Okay, that one legendary there, and fully geared up. Oh no, yeah, productivity modules is a bad thing. That's something I'm gonna have to fix between sessions. You can also see on Nilaus we have lost a lot of our, yeah, they died for absolutely kind of unknown reasons. Unknown reason. It's completely unknown what happened. I think we just got stuck, and now they are sort of stuck with this one. So now it's like, okay, well, let's just make some more. No problem. Let's make some more. It's cool. Yeah, we don't have uranium. Why do we not have uranium? Because some idiot decided that we wanted a legendary uranium, and we're just not in a position where I can make these legendary, and also in a position where I actually want to make them legendary. So we need to get some more uranium. How do we do that? Well, someone found out that there is actually a location out here that actually has a little bit of uranium. So I'm just going to have to set this up, make a little uranium processing plant here, and then try to get some Covarex going on this. Or basically, I'm going to be dragging this back here so that I can use the existing stuff here. Yeah, it's a little bit unfortunate, but we do need to make sure that we do not continue to do that part. We now need to, actually that was totally not what I wanted. I wanted to do, kill, I guess, this part here. We just don't want to get anything out. We just want to put stuff into these boxes and then keep a storage of that available. Good, but that's something I can do between sessions. Not super interesting to set this up, so we'll just do that. But that means now we're in a position where the Assured Dragon is traveling back and forth. And once it has traveled back and forth a few times, then it goes to Gleba, then it can get some more BIOFLUX, and then it continues to make just a little bit of this. We don't actually need a huge amount of this, unless we're making science out of it, and we're not. So let's keep this going, and then we should be fine. Thank you very much for watching. Of course, if you want this silly capture rocket ship, then that is also available as a part of the blueprint package that I make available for patron supporters. But if you're not a patron supporter, that's okay, of course. And you can also see we built this entirely on stream, so you can do everything that we do here. You can just replicate it if you want it, or you can make it better, bigger, cooler. I think it's difficult to make it bigger because of the belt constraints. This is already 120 outbound per second, so that's a little bit too much already. But then you can just make more of those ships if you want to. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Be back in the next episode. Until then, take care and stay effective.